Yo, what's going on guys? In today's video I'm playing Minecraft Legends, and you're probably on this video because you're trying to get the trophy Feed the Flames, which is to gather 2,400 lapis in 30 minutes or less in versus mode. The only issue with this trophy is I've tried doing it after the 30-minute mark with a friend and the trophy just hasn't popped for me. So in this video I'm going to show you the easiest and quickest method to get this trophy, especially when the game has just came out. Honestly, this video is probably going to be a bit on the longer side. This trophy is probably the hardest trophy in Minecraft Legends, so make sure you watch the video throughout and let's get straight into it. So you want to head over to the versus mode screen and it will look like this. You need to make sure it's a public match. Instead of finding players, you will need to invite one of your friends to do this, mainly because when you're doing this trophy, you're going to kind of be doing stuff aimlessly that's not related towards the actual gameplay of the game. So if you haven't got a friend with you, maybe go on PSN profiles or on an achievement website, maybe you'll be able to find someone on the forums. I was very lucky to get my hands on a copy early. I didn't get a creator code, I wasn't given it, I got given it via another gaming website. You can see here that Dynarium has also got the game early, who is also a really hardcore trophy hunter who's already got the platinum for the game, and this is our strategy on how to get that trophy. He also thinks it's the hardest trophy and he's already got the platinum, so this is how we did it. So straight away you want to make sure you add a timer on your phone for 30 minutes or even on your computer depending on your gaming setup. Now that your timer is set up, you kind of want to go around the map scouring for chests. So you can see here that I'm just going to go around the biomes trying to locate any chest that can be found. So I highly recommend you only spending about 3 to 4 minutes doing this. If you start spending any more time than that, then you're going to cause yourself quite a few issues along the way. So you want to make sure in the bottom left corner that you're using your blue resource buddies. You can use these on these trees here, but you want to make sure you get stone. Stone is crucial in this game, especially in the early game for this trophy. And as I'm going around the map, you kind of want to head towards the jungle biome, because the jungle biome gives you like 1,000+ resources, so you can AFK farm that. And also you can see in my gameplay, I'm not really getting that lucky with the chest locations. And then you can see here there's a lot of stone which I could probably have picked up. I didn't actually use my blue buddy, so if you can, try and make sure you're using your little buddy guy in the bottom left corner at all times. You can see here that I'm now getting 1,000+ from the jungle tree, and there's also a chest in front of me, which I do get lucky, and I do get 250 wood and 125 stone, which is game changer. I've seen people get 500+ in a chest, which is insane. And I don't really get any more chests in this in my gameplay, and this is the video where I get my trophy. You can see here I can probably put another buddy down, but do be careful. As soon as you put your buddy down, like your little resource guy, he cannot get picked back up. So I highly recommend you not using too many on the jungle trees, because you want to be collecting all this stone here. This stone is very important. Stone is kind of a rare resource in this game, and the reason why it's so important is mainly because you're going to be using it to build a lapis flag, and we're not only going to build one, we're going to be building 4. If you're not really sure what a lapis flag is, a lapis flag allows you to earn lapis over time, but whilst it's still in your base, and it will just generate lapis constantly, and you won't need to do anything, you won't need to kill enemies, which is really good for this trophy. So as I'm just going to pick up some more resources here, some more stone and some more jungle wood, and if I can find any more chests along the way, that would be absolutely amazing. But unfortunately in my run I don't really find anything worthwhile. So basically you want to be collecting resources as much as possible until your base is under attack from the pigmen. Your teammate's going to have to do the same thing, which is kind of annoying because your teammate can't really go AFK because he needs to make sure that his base doesn't get destroyed whilst you're trying to get this trophy. So you can basically just build a really simple base. It can just be like wood, maybe like a watchtower, but as long as he doesn't go for the chest and kind of hurt your farming process, that should be fine. Some of the resources that I get in this chest are kind of pointless. You can see in the top right corner that I'm getting 75 coal, which doesn't really help towards the trophy, but getting that lapis is great, especially when we're getting that juicy trophy with that. So you can see here on the screen as well, lapis begins, which is great, which gives me a good indication that the pigmen are getting close towards my base, which will give me a good indication that I need to fast travel back soon. You'll see in the top left corner that my base is now under attack, so right, I need to start heading back. I'm just going to go over to my base and I'm going to fast travel. Now that you're back at your base, you want to make sure you build an improvement hub. Don't worry about the pigmen, they're not going to do that much damage because it's very early on into the game. So you want to go over to the far right side of the screen, right on the D-pad, and you should be able to build an improvement hub. Once you built that, you want to kill these enemies here. The pigmen will drop 1 or 2 lapis, which is great for this trophy as well. I'm just going to kill these here. Boom. There we go. One there. Now that these are dead, you kind of want to fortify your base a little bit. So you can see here, once he's dead, I'm going to build some watchtowers. I'm going to put one here. This will allow me to gain some prismarine, which is the crystal on the far right, in a second. So once these are all getting built, you can see that I have used all my workers. I'm kind of happy with what I've built so far. I do try and build a wall, but because they're actually building already, I can't put this down. So I'm kind of wasting time here. Don't do this. So you've now kind of done your fundamentals. You've done your step 1 and you built your base. So you're kind of getting ready to get this trophy. So now you need to try and get the prismarine crystal, which you can see on the far right side, the green looking crystal. And you got to get this by killing the pigmen's bases. So this will be PvE. You will not get any crystals from killing your enemy or your teammate. We've already tried that. So what you want to try and focus on here is making sure you have enough stone. You can see here that I've already used quite a lot of my stone. I'm going to kill these pigs just before I attack their base. And you can see here that I'm trying to scour the map for some more stone. You can see my teammates doing the same thing for me. What a legend. And then you can see here, there's some, you want to make sure you put a lot, so you want to try and fit as much stone in the area. As you can see here, there's a lot of stone there. Now that I'm collecting all that, I can now make some stone spawners, which will allow me to get some stone golems. So as I make my way over here, you want to put your spawner down. And now we can start building some of these stone golems, which is what we want to see. So as we spawn these, this will allow me to get the prismarine. So try and build as many as possible. You can go ham on this. I'm not really good with the controls. I'm a little bit clunky, so sorry if I do mess up a little bit. But you're going to head over to this base here. I'm just going to kill some more of these pigs. I should be able to get some more lapis. And you can see I've already destroyed that. And then I get 25 already from that one. And you should be able to get another 25. So to build a lapis flag, you're going to need 100 prismarine. So 25 from each of these. And one thing I need to tell you before you start doing this trophy yourself, you need to make sure you stay in the area of where the stone golems are killing the pigman spawner. Because if it gets destroyed and you're not in the area, you're not going to receive the prismarine. So make sure you stay in the area of where it gets destroyed. So I'm now at 75. You can see here I'm trying to make my stone golems come over. And you can see in the bottom left corner as well that I've only got 160 stone, which is a bit of an issue on my side because I think you need 300 for a lapis flag. So make sure you get enough stone as well. You can see here as well, I'm going to send these over to the tower. I think the tower dropped 25 as well. You can see that my golems are working hard. Well, they were. Oh, there you go. Make sure you don't die as well. I don't know why they stopped working. Maybe they ran out of energy. And there you go, it's dropped another 25. So if you can get 200 prismarine from the get-go, that is great. That will allow you to buy 2 lapis flags. And you can see here that I've started to notice that I'm worrying about my stone. So I'm going to try and gather some of that up as well, whilst destroying the base. But make sure you get back in time, otherwise that prismarine won't get collected. So what you want to do, guys, is basically rinse and repeat this. But you just got to be careful that your base doesn't get destroyed. But because I've got my watchtowers up, I should be fine. And you can see in the bottom left corner as well with the lapis, it does actually cap at 250 from the get-go, unless you do upgrades. You can see that the night piglins are, getting stronger, so you've got to now be more careful about that. But as soon as you get to 250 lapis, it's going to cap. So you're going to have to keep spending your resources. This is the next stage of the trophy. You've already done the hard part of the trophy. And the pigman spawners are going to respawn again, so don't worry about having to go anywhere else. You can just stay in the same environment location. I should say. And I'm trying to find some more stone because I know I need 600 stone to build 2 lapis flags. So make sure you can do that while you can. But do be careful, like I said, if you're not in the area where the stone golems destroy the pigmen spawner, you will not receive it. So I managed to get it just in time. So now I'm at 200. I can now head towards my base. I'm getting a little bit greedy here. I am trying to stay here a little bit longer because I noticed that my base is not getting destroyed. So I'm just going to stay here and kill some of these pigments and hopefully get a little bit more lapis, because you kind of want to make sure you get 4 lapis flags. That will be a great indication that you're on your way to that trophy. So you got all my columns, put them over here. I'm at 225. And then because I'm going to cap now at 250 in the bottom left corner, make sure you use your resources. I shouldn't have used the stone golem one because I've just wasted my stone, which I'm going to use in my spawner. But because I'm gathering stone at the same time, it's fine. I would probably recommend you using wood instead of stone. And now I'm going to fast travel back. Now that I'm back at my base, you will now want to build your lapis flags that you've just earned from killing the pigmen. So I'm going to build one here. And now you can see that I don't have enough for the second one. That's because I've just built the stone golem spawners. That is my bad. So now I'm trying to run around and find stone. And like I said, stone is the hardest thing to find in this game for some reason. I thought it would be diamond, but it's not. It says my base is under attack, which is really weird. But make sure again, in the bottom left corner, if you cap at 250 lapis, you're not going to get towards the trophy, because as soon as you get 250, you're not gaining any more lapis. So I'm going to actually build some of the wood ones. And because I'm in a jungle biome right next to me, I'm just going to get my workers to get me some more wood. Having a jungle biome right next to your base is absolutely perfect because it allows me to just keep putting these workers down. You get like 3,000 wood from these workers if you put 1 or 2 down. And I can just keep building spawners. But you can see here I'm having to travel far to get some of this stone again. And you can see that I've just used all my workers, so I can't actually pick up the stone. But luckily enough, I put a stone worker down before, which you can see I'm getting 986. You can see here I'm kind of panicking because I kind of want to build my lapis flag, my second one. And as I make my way back to my base, you can see that I now have enough points to build my second lapis flag. And then boom, I now have 2. And because I have a lot of resources here, I'm getting a lot of wood. You don't really need to build a wall. You can do this by building the spawners. This is great, especially when you're trying to spend as much money as possible in the bottom left corner. If you cap at 250, you're not going to gain any more lapis. So building these wood ones, especially when you're getting jungle wood, you can just keep building these around your base. So this is like stage 4 of the trophy. So fortifying your base with all the spawners. This sounds very stupid, but the pigmen are going to attack these first before they attack your base. So you can see here that I'm spending -15 every time I build one. So I'm literally going to be spamming the spawner throughout the game now. You can see here that I only have 41 lapis, but because I have 2 lapis flags, I'm gaining quite a lot back. And now what you want to do, guys, is basically rinse and repeat this until you have the trophy. So I'm going to try and get 2 more lapis flags. And I do want to say as well, if you've made it this far into this video, I just want to say a big thank you. This video is probably the only one out so far for this trophy. And Dynarum, who is the guy on the opposite team, who's an absolute legend, who actually helped me get this trophy. This is the only technique that we came up with so far. And we've tried different methods, different strategies, but this is the only one that kind of worked. It does look very stupid. You can see here that I'm making sure I build my spawners. And all I'm going to do now is rinse and repeat the same cycle until I get the trophy. So you want to make sure you have 4 lapis flags. And you want to make sure you keep spending your lapis in the bottom left corner below 250. I know I sound like a broken clock just repeating myself. But hopefully if you do these tips and tricks, you should be able to get that trophy in no time. I'm going to speed up the video so you can see me do the method. And I'll just keep talking until the end of the video. And even making sure that you're looking at your phone or even the Google time alert to check where you are. If you're already like 25 minutes in and you haven't really got 2 lapis flags or 3, you're going to be kind of a bit of stuck in a hard place. But like what you're seeing right now is pretty much a rinse and repeat of what I did earlier in the video. If you've been following this video throughout, this should be very, very easy to obtain. This video is on the longer side, which for me as a trophy hunter, I hate making these type of videos, but I feel like this is the easiest way to do it. Especially if you mess up, you will have to spend an extra 30 minutes, and not only are you spending 30 minutes of your own time, but your person on the opposite team is also getting kind of hurt by it as well, because he's going to have to play another half an hour even though he doesn't really want to. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this game. In terms of the actual game length and the trophies on this, they are very, very easy to obtain. But this trophy is the one that stands out for me as a trophy hunter. It's a little bit more on the awkward side, especially when you have to do a PvP and you have to have someone else to help you. We did try this in a private match, it didn't really work, but hopefully, you know, if you spend a little bit of time and effort watching this video, you should be able to get this trophy as well. And again, you can just see that in the videos in 2x speed, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing which I did earlier on. Making sure that I spend my workers getting the rainforest. I'm actually now going to go back to my home. I've got enough to build 1 more lapis. I'm going to put 1 down. And I now notice in the bottom left corner that my lapis is getting capped very, very quickly, especially when I have 3 flags up. So I'm trying to spend as much as I can, especially around my own base, because you know these enemies are starting to get, you know, a bit more chunky, a bit bigger. So I'm having to you know, fight off, defend my base, and making sure that I kind of build a wall with spawners. I know that's very, very creative of me, but it does the job. You know, just put more down here. So yeah, you don't really need to build a wall. And you can see that everything looks fine. And if you can get 1 more lapis flag, that'll be absolutely perfect for this video. These guys take a lot of hits. I probably could have left them. I think, yeah, I do actually leave this one here. I'm like, nope, I'm not attacking that one. Not my job. Now I'm back at the pigman spawner. I'm just going to do it again. This will be my 4th run, and then that should be it for getting the trophy. I only need 4. You could get away with 3, but it's a little bit more risky. But with 4, it took me 23 minutes. You know, if you can get 5, that'll be, you know, insane. And you can see that I actually didn't get any of the prismarine because I actually wasn't close enough to it. That's my bad. So I'm just going to put some more of these down. Bring these boys with me. And after checking my video back, I just went further into the video. I noticed that I only had 3 lapis flags when I got this trophy. So I was actually heading towards my 4th one, and the trophy did pop. But you can see that I'm actually trying to make sure I get it. You might have actually noticed that I actually missed quite a lot of my prismarine, just because I was nowhere near it, which is really, really annoying. But as long as you're trying to get your 4th flag and you're building these spawners, your trophy should appear no matter what. You can see that the lapis is coming in very, very fast now. So making sure you spend it is probably the best method. I'm at 250 again. And I'm actually nearly dead, which is so bad of me. Just going to keep building these as quick as I can. So you could get away with 3 flags if you really wanted to. And here I am, just building some of these wood spawns. And there you go, feed the flames. 2,400 lapis in under 30 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Here is my suggestion, and watch next. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.